Good morning, folks. Today's soap is from Figaro. It might be easy to read it like that, but anyway, this is 125 milliliters, which is about 4 ounces. That's what the soap looks like there. It's a fairly soft soap, easy to scoop out and place in a bowl. It's an oud scent, if you're wondering about the scent. Got the Allen Block no rubber band this morning, and got Stirling's witch hazel mentholated black ice flavor. Going to be following up with the matching aftershave, and that is what the aftershave looks like on the back. It's got the pyramid there for the scent. Thought that's pretty good. That and I like how this is shaped, easy to hang on to. And for those, if it matters much, when it comes to this lid, it's a very unique lid, or cap that is. Let's see if I can get the, I don't know if I can get the light in there or not. Yeah, there's a little tab that comes down that fits right down inside the restrictor. Help keep all the goodness inside when you want it inside. And got it whipped up here, lather on the wet side this morning with a RazoRock brush. This is referred to as BC Black and Clear. Got it whipped up here. That's pretty wet this morning. I think it's going to do the trick. Blade of choice today is a Rapira Platinum Luxe, and the shaver, there we go, you might be able to see it there. It says Razorine. This takes a full DE blade. That's what it looks like on the other side. I've shaved with this one here before. This is the brass version, raw, so it's going to have natural patina over time, and you can of course polish it up if you want to, or kind of leave it like I am, just leave it at be this morning. Just leave it like it is. We're going to put a hot towel to the face, and we'll be using Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Preshave soap. This one here is unscented, but it is mentholated. It's going to be a good shave this morning. When it comes to this soap and aftershave combination, I have to say this is one of my favorite combinations. I really do enjoy this one. The soap is made by, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. TFS is usually what it's referred to. Tong Fong Sing, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've got a few of their soaps. I say their soaps that comes from Italy. But I enjoy that the Figaro line. It's I guess you might say it's kind of a small lineup, and this is one of the scents that I found that I really do like. Tony's not in here this morning. Wasn't too sure how still he might be. Excuse me. So he's outside the door here, breathing kind of hard. What I've been doing here late is I have been letting him come in and stay here in the bathroom with me. And usually he's fairly still, but today's a little bit different. And then we had some rain come through, so he's a little bit more active for some reason. But Tony's been pretty good. He's still learning his boundaries, and here this week he's learned a new one. He's learned how to sit. He's a good dog. I guess you might say kind of glad we got him, found him, and caught him, because he was just running loose out on the streets. And nobody seems to want to claim him, so looks like he's going to be sticking around for a while. Like I said, this lather is whipped up pretty wet, a little drippy this morning. This shaver, Razorine, it's made in Italy, and like I said, it does take a full DE blade, and as you can tell, it has a safety bar, just like a DE. It's just it's got a stick on the other end of it, and you have haven't shaved with one of these before, that's probably the uniqueness about this is learning how to shave like a shavette, but getting used to that safety bar. So in other words, it'll help you set your angle, if you will, and add a little bit of protection against the blade with the safety bar. At least that's my take on it. And you'll hear me from time to time refer to it as a DE on a stick. Once you get used to it, just like anything else, once you get used to it, you'll be surprised. It's really easy to shave with. I guess maybe because it's kind of one of those things where it depends on a person's determination and their experience and where they're at in wet shaving. But if you haven't tried a shavette before, this might be a good place to start. I say the safety bar, I think, makes a world of difference for some folks. That mental thing getting past, putting a naked blade against your skin as opposed to at least having a safety bar. I have a link down below to Shave Nation. This is where I first found these shavers. It comes in a golden, the raw brass. Chrome. I said gold, didn't I? No, it's chrome. It comes in chrome and the raw brass. Like I said, it's pretty easy to shave with. There's some videos out there. The link I have with Shave Nation, where you can find these at. Of course, when you get to, if you've ever been to Shave Nation's website, usually there's a video demonstrating how to use the shaver. And of course there's one there. And then also put a link to one of these days. I've been looking at this website off and on for quite some time. It was one of the first ones I found when I first started wet shaving, hunting down Figaro. Because I remember seeing, and hearing about it from some Italian shavers, and I was trying to hunt down some of this soap. And this is one of the websites that I had found, and I got a link for it also. That particular link will have the Figaro, the gold container, and I think the red and black one. So if you're hunting for them, and perhaps you don't mind paying the shipping, I got a link down below for it also. But they also have some others that are not, let's say, readily available to folks here in the States. And one of these days I'd like to get a hold of some of those before they are no longer available. Alright, getting ready for the second pass and be the final pass. I should also say, if you're just starting out, and it's quite alright to have your favorite shaver setting to the side to pick up some of the, you might say, the pickups, if you will. If this one here, in other words, if you're just learning how to use it, you might only want to do, part of your shave with it and then finish it up until you get used to using it. the upside of this shaver is it does take full DEs, so if you've already started out with DEs, you're not having to, how can you say, buy different blades or anything of the sort. You keep on using the same blades you've been using. When it comes to getting started into a pimple trying to come up there, I'm going to try to get started and shave with the DE. I mean a shave it. This is not necessarily the most inexpensive one on the market, because you can get some, you know, a whole lot cheaper than this, because I think they're still running right around the $40 mark, and you can find a cheaper shavette than that. But this one here, being, how can you say, solidly built, and you know, you might think that $40 might be a little bit tough to get started with, but like I said, the upside is that you're using DE blades. And it doesn't take a whole lot to get used to it. You can just keep in mind you have a safety bar to help you out. In other words, take advantage of it. Kind of tell it doesn't take very long to do a 2-pass shave, especially if you're not talking in the middle of it. That thumb screw, if you have any experience with a supply injector, the thumb screws, I guess you might say, like, it's got a spring on the back side of it, spring loaded if you will. This one here is not like that. And like anything else with a thumb screw or anything like that, you definitely want to make sure if you're working around the sink that you got the plug in, because you really don't want this going down the sink. It'll be a very sad day. This is I don't know how else to say it, it's just a really easy shaver to learn how to shave with. Like I said, if you're needing a third pass and across the grain is a little bit troublesome for you using a shavette, or if you're just now getting used to that one there, just have your favorite shaver on standby. You might be surprised on how quick your shaves will go once you get used to it. I know for me it doesn't take very long at all. You no more get started with your shaving, you're already done. That safety bar does make a world of difference, in my opinion. Makes it easier for the person that's just starting out. I normally start with this Allen block lengthwise, and here lately decided maybe perhaps I should start working on it on this end so I can get it to last a little longer, where I can hang on to it. Right there. That wasn't there yesterday. At least not that I remember seeing. Just a really smooth shave this morning. Got a little bit of steam right there, but not feeling much of anything else this morning. Really nice shave. I enjoy this scent. Can't begin to describe it for you. It's just if you don't have any experience with an oud, I really just don't know how to explain it. But I do love the scent. It works well for my nose. I would say it's not a strong scent, but it's a very steady, ever-present scent throughout my shave. It is definitely time for a haircut. Me being the barber, I guess I need to get busy with it, huh? This being mentholated, I do like the idea of it working on my face. I'm going to finish, also talking about menthol, I'm going to finish up the pre-shave soap. Here lately I've been kind of switching back and forth in between the pre-shave soap and oil. There is a difference in between the two during the shave and after the shave, in my opinion. It's a very unique, I guess you might say, situation when you're using the two, alternating the shaves, and how much different each shave will be. So you might just have to experiment with both of them to see which one works best for you. I have a tendency to like both of them. I don't necessarily, if I had a preference in between the two, when it comes to shavette shaves, I kind of lean more towards the pre-shave oil, and then on the pre-shave soap for the rest of the shaves, it seems to work that way. You can go either way, in my opinion. It's just a matter of you just, finding out which one works best for you. I haven't tried Parasso's pre-shave products. I hear a lot about them. I've been very tempted to try them, and I'm probably maybe one day, next 2 or 3 months, maybe I'll pick up a jar of it and give it a try. See how it works out for me. See if it's any different than what I've been used to trying out. There's a restrictor there. Do love this glass container, how it's shaped. Definitely easy to hang on to. This is one of my favorite aftershaves. Really do like this one. That scent just comes right on out. It does have a slight, maybe if it helps on there for a moment, I thought I picked up some amber, a little bit of wood maybe. It's really hard for me to describe it because it's complex and my nose is rather simple. And like I said, make sure you get your the plug in when you're dealing with this thumb screw. I'll go ahead and take this apart. Like I say, it's not spring loaded or anything like that. And this is really easy to clean also, by the way. That's what it looks like on the underside there. And let's see if I can get this turned around. That's what it looks like with the blade on it. So you can kind of tell it's got safety. It's got the stabilizer bars going down through the middle post there, and the blade just fits flat in there. And don't be a bit surprised that when you start to tighten it down, you might hear it kind of sort of snap in place. There is a little bit of a how can you say? You may have to, but like it is with any other DE, you may have to adjust it. There's just a little bit of wiggle right there, so you may need to adjust it accordingly, get it to line up, and that only takes a quick moment. There's nothing to it. So that is one thing to point out, that there's just enough play in there that you'll want to make sure you got it all lined up before you get started. Had a great shave this morning, and thank you everybody for joining me this morning. My face feels great. I'm smelling good this morning. This is a Wednesday morning for me. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.